that's Lake St. Clair. We're here. I'm actually staying down here at my buddy John's house. If you guys are looking for a place to stay on Lake St. Clair, this is the place. Really, really beautiful place. And it's perfect for all you fishermen. Totally hooked lake house. Check it out. Link will be down in the description. But we're down here on Lake St. Clair going out to catch big smallmouth bass. We kind of got blown off yesterday. We did fish. We fished. We caught a couple bass, but it was really, really cold, rainy, tough. Quite frankly, we just couldn't take it anymore. We're going to head down to the mile roads and just try to put some big fish in the boat. Put numbers of fish in the boat. That's the thing, right? Like, Lake St. Clair, all about numbers. Have a shot at bigs, too, but...
There's one other rule about Lake St. Clair. You can't suck 2 days in a row.
What else would you expect than getting out on St. Clair and it being misty and rainy? We're going to put their striker suit to the test today. Also rocking some brand new dry coat boots. These things are going to be nice. Never had a pair of rubber boots because I have flipper feet, but they fit nice and they're really comfortable. So we're going to test them out, run through this armada of boats that's hanging out right here at the end of the ramp, go down the mile roads. So one of the themes of this video, and something that you hear us talk about a lot, is changing water visibility. We tried to run around the lake to look for better clarity to get these fish to bite. Because day one that we went out there was 6+ foot visibility. These fish could see long distances. They could come get our baits. They would track it from long ways away. But in the video that you guys are about to watch, less than 6-inch visibility. And we knew this might happen. There was strong west winds coming into the trip, blew a lot of dirty water into Canada, pinned it against that Canadian shoreline, and then overnight, sure enough, strong 30+ mile an hour winds blew a bunch of dirty water into the western shoreline, your mile roads, and then further up north into Selfridge and Anchor Bay. So we tried to run and chase the clean water, and that's what you guys are going to see in this video. And I really want to break down kind of some of the decisions we made, because it doesn't matter if you're fishing St. Clair or inland bodies of water, water clarity can change overnight, and I want to explain the impacts in ways that you guys can have success on your bodies of water even when conditions change. Dude, there are a ton of fish here. Big one, dude. It's a 3.5, 4 pounder. Good work, dude.
Oh, that feels good. Oh.
Yeah, dude. 412. So 4.12.
They're chunky.
Yeah.
Yep. That's gonna work even better. Black spot.
Good work. Made a crankbait, dude. Good work. Man, I'm seeing fish all over around us.
Yeah,
I think so too. You gotta like put it right in their face.
I'm thinking we're about 100 feet from the edge of the real dirty stuff right here, and then it comes out and swirls and then cuts way under. You see how it goes all the way.
Really?
Yup. Yup.
That's a big one, dude.
Yup. I think I like got him in the face.
Oh wow, it looked way bigger when it turned out there. And the way he rolled out there, I thought he was big.
I'll just... Bye, buddy. Thanks for the fun.
Man, when he rolled, I thought he was big though.
It's like a big old head on that.
I know.
I think it was the
whole body. It was like 2 cranks into your cast. It was the whole body. And In that first clip, we were fishing the mile roads. We were fishing pretty predominant areas in 6 to 8 foot of water where these fish were. We were seeing fish all over on the graph. What I started trying to do is take that little OW sniper half ounce and bonk them on the head. Because we knew with this dirty water, you had to basically put your bait right in front of these fish. One thing we figured out pretty quickly was these fish weren't going to go on baits they couldn't really see. So Ethan picked up a Nashine DD Chippewa with the blade, and this was super key. When that water got off color, we still knew we had to hit him in the face, but if you fish a moving bait, it's going to create some commotion. You can cause these fish to come get it. What I was able to see pretty quickly was that gold blade would create extra commotion and flash and let these fish come and get this bait. And this is the color that Ethan was throwing, or a similar color to this, more of a shadish pattern, and then I was throwing that chartreuse blue style color. But really the big key here was that blade on the bottom. This treble blade allows these fish to key in on this from a long ways. It creates extra flash and commotion, and when you get this bait near them, it just is a little bit bigger presence than a standard crankbait. So with that really, really dirty water, less than 6 inches of visibility, being able to throw a crankbait or a bait that they could see and find and creates commotion was really the key. I like this water clarity a lot more than I like the other.
Yeah, you got probably what?
It's not perfect, but
about
it's...
a foot and a half, 2 feet in it.
Yeah. This one. Not a giant, but a bass. We didn't get skunked on Lake St. Clair. It's that cleaner water, dude.
Yep.
We were fishing mud all day, and then we came up here.
They were there, but...
Yeah, we were fishing around fish, but they couldn't see anything. It's hard for them to eat a bait that they can't see. Ethan caught a couple on that crankbait, and I think we could have stayed there and kept doing that, but it was so hard to figure out those fish. Now we're in like a foot and a half visibility, a little bit better visibility, and these fish can come get our baits a little more effectively. The next thing we did was try to run north. We tried to run to an area that I caught them on last year, and we found some cleaner water. We found some 1.5 to 2 foot visibility water, but that changed really fast. That east wind was blowing in a lot of that dirty water. It changed really quickly. I caught 2 fish on a jerkbait, and then that bite really died. Now when that water clarity changes fast like that, these fish can't react quickly enough. So you're really going to have to change your presentation or change your area. And that's what we tried to do. We tried to run further north and find more clean water. Now we were not successful. The rest of the day really, really was a struggle for us, but we were able to get on a couple more good fish. Yesterday they weren't in it. Remember, we were like, oh, they're not in it.
What do we need to do? Tube?
I don't know. I can watch them swim around in the now. Yeah, that's a good one.
Thought I was hung up, but...
Dude, that's your PB. That's your PB for sure. Dude, for sure.
It's gotta be close.
For sure, that's your PB.
That's the widest small. Dude, I hit the post on the dot.
I know. For sure, that's your PB.
Look at that.
Dude.
Howie's tubes to the dome, baby. What the hell?
That's your PB, 5 pounds, 10 ounces. It'll be all over it.
It's gonna be close. It's like 5'8", right?
589.
That's why we come here, man.
Dude. Look at that fish.
Dude.
Good work.
I just... That's what makes it work. That thing looks like a carbon.
Dude, good work.
All right, guys, caught an absolute giant. This is what we come to St. Clair for. We're so pumped to be here. I mean, we might have something figured out. We're not 100% sure yet. We're gonna get her back in the water. Good release.
Right?
5.89 would be like 5 pound 14 ounce-ish.
Yeah, dude. I thought it was 6 because it was bouncing and it was hitting 6, and it was just like, then it settled right around 5.9. I'm wondering, man, if with this water they'll get on this stuff now. It was too clear yesterday. I think we were talking, we came here yesterday, this was the first spot we hit yesterday, and the fish just weren't in it, and you could see them kind of roaming around on different spots and we couldn't get them to bite. The water clarity is like 6 to 8 inches today. Yesterday we were seeing bottom in about 7 foot. I think what's happening is that with these water clarity going down, putting your baits right in front of these fish, they're able to see it and eat it. Ethan just caught a
dude
giant.
I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking, man. Like, what on earth? There's a reason we come here every year, you know. We try to make a couple trips, but that's exactly why.
Yeah, that's a giant, dude. So what you guys saw in that clip was Ethan catch his personal best, and he caught it on a little mini tube. Now this is a Howie Baits 2 3/4 inch mini tube in green pumpkin purple smoke. This is a phenomenal little color anytime you're fishing for smallmouth, but what made this so successful on this outing, why he caught that fish, was because we were fishing hard cover, which is a key. When the water gets dirty, you can still rely on these fish sitting on very specific pieces of isolated cover and put that bait right in front of his face. Now, hindsight's 2020. We could have done this all day on the mountain roads, just bounced pieces of cover, rock piles, wood, logs. We saw fish there. We saw fish on the mountain roads. If we would have just locked baits in our hands that we knew were high percentage and fished those targets as if they were isolated pieces of cover, throwing individual casts to them, we could have kept catching fish. But we tried to do the drift thing and do what you do on the mountain roads, where you just basically drift across this big flat and catch them instead of fishing those isolated pieces of cover. But going back to Ethan's catch, he basically took this tube, skipped it up under a dock, and when this bait hit that pole and fell straight down, he must have put this bait right in front of that fish's face, because it was almost immediate that he got bit, and this little tube did all the damage. That day of fishing was probably one of the most difficult days I've ever had on St. Clair, with the exception of yesterday, which is really, really interesting. We've dealt with a lot of really dirty water. We ran from Harley down past the mile roads, back up, hit some more stuff. The water was less than 6 inches of visibility, so it was always really, really, really dirty. But man, it was so hard to find anything consistent. This dirty water makes these fish spread out. They don't want to commit to baits. They don't want to chase. So if you don't hit them in the face, it's very tough to get these fish to go. Some of the big learnings from this trip out, obviously for round fish, especially on St. Clair, don't leave those fish to try and find better clarity or find new fish. You're going to be faced with dirtying water. You're going to be faced with fish that might not travel as far to eat your bait. So trust that you're in the right area. Fish baits that will trigger fish to bite, and put the baits in their fish. Slow down, fish more methodically, and you're going to have a lot of success, even in dirtying water. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check out more videos like this one, click this link right here. Check out the link to the Totally Hooked Lake House if you guys are looking for a place to stay on Lake St. Clair. It's going to be linked down in the description below, and hit subscribe if you're not already. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Let's grow this community. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, tight lines. God bless. Pursue passion.